Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to episode 44 of my bee breeding guide. In this episode, we're going to be going from the Industrious line through the Rocky line, past the Rusty line, onto one called the Precious branch of bees. This branch adds 3 new bees to the mix: the Shining, Glittering, and Valuable, and it is pivotal in going on to another branch. But let's see what we can expect from this. First off, they are added by extra bees, and they like the normal conditions for climate and the humidity. That's the word. But are also tolerant to rain, nighttime, and caves, so you can have them working at night while it's raining underground, which is excellent. That means that if you have them on a constant cycle, they can just keep on working through everything. It's awesome. They do need rocks as their flowers, either cobblestone or stone or whatever. They have no effects, and they work very slowly and have rather short lives. So unless you have them automatically cycling, you are going to have to stay on top of them. But let's look at what you can expect to get from them for all that work. First off, because they do come from the Rocky branch, you are going to have to expect some of this low-yield Rocky comb. But also there are 3 new combs added. All 3 of them include beeswax and honey drops as part of their yields, but they also include the grains for their combs. There's silver comb with silver grains, golden comb with gold grains, and platinum comb with platinum grains. As you can imagine, they combine into piles of the metals there: pulverized silver, pulverized gold, and nope, not pulverized platinum, but pulverized shiny metal. Whatever works, but obviously these can be used to make the metals and as components and other things. But let's go take a look at what you can expect from doing the breeding of these bees in the bee branch that I have made in this Mistcraft age of a plains biome, which, by the way, if you wish, I will be including a link to a download for this map, so you can examine the map in person and do some experiments on your own. But that will need the Feed the Beast Unleashed mod pack. So you will have to get Feed the Beast in the Unleashed mod pack in order to get the map to run. But if you do, you will have free reign on everything, and you can do the experiments and whatnot on your own. Alright, now the first bee we're going to look at here is the Shining Bee, and just in case you haven't seen in my other videos the description, I'll go ahead and do this here. I've been trying to do it as often as I remember. The number that I have next to the bee name represents how far away it is from a base hive bee. So hive is 1. It takes 7 different levels of various breeding to get to the lowest one in here, the 8, and then 1 more level to get to the Shining, the 9. So I'm going off of the highest of those 2, so it is an 8 and then a 9 there. But for the Shining Bee, you are going to require 2 different types of bees to breed them. The first one is the Noble Bee, the Noble Branch's Imperial Bee. And if you don't know how to breed that, you can either watch my Noble video, or you can just, if you have downloaded the map, hop into here and take a look at that yourself. The other bee is the Rusty Bee from the Rusty branch, and likewise you can hop in there or you can watch my Rusty video. But I have included some stock in here for you to work with if you choose. So let's take a look at what you can expect to get out of breeding these. First off, since you are using the Imperial Bee, don't be surprised if you get some of this Royal Jelly or the Dripping Comb, which is a nice secondary output. But let's grab this Princess here, and the Shining, and there's the Beealizer. First off, let's see how long it took me to breed this puppy. 21 generations. It took a minute. I don't remember it taking that long, but okay. And let's just, for curiosity's sake, see how far away it is from the purebred. Actually, that's pretty far. So I will leave these in this chest for you to look at if you want. That way you can do some experiments of your own. But let's take a look at what you can expect from the output from purebred shining bees after having run one cycle. First off, you're going to get one drone, just like is typical with most of the bees after the rocky branch. You're only going to really get one drone from them. But here's some of that silver comb there. And there's some rocky comb. Pretty typical there. You can expect on average to maybe get about one, maybe two if you're really lucky, comb out of your production there. But a stack of that silver comb will get you a stack of the silver grains, which is nice. So that should amount to 16 piles, or 16 pulverized silver. So you can get 16 ingots out of a stack of these, which is a pretty decent production if you have them automatically cycling. The beeswax is only about half a stack, and the honey drop is only about a quarter stack, and that's probably going to be the case for the other two. I haven't checked yet. I will learn when you do. Next up is the glittering bee. Once again, you are going to need the imperial bee from over there, but this time you're going to need a different bee from the rusty line called corroded, and I have some stock in there for you to play with. And just judging by those numbers, it probably took several generations to make. But let's grab this glittering bee and check the age on it. 34 generations. Ay, ay, ay. I do remember this one taking a while, but once again, I don't remember it taking that long. Well, let's compare it to purebred. That's actually pretty far off too. But that's alright. That's what stabilizing the line is all about. You get more glittering bees and rebreed them with other glittering bees, and eventually it'll stabilize and become purebred. At least that's the idea. But let's look at what you can expect from purebred bees. You can, once again, only really expect the single drone unless you bred in some additional traits or are using some sort of frame or some other technique for getting more drones. I don't think there is any other technique. But anyway, there's some of that golden comb, possibly some rocky comb. There we go. No other golden comb. But once again, about a quarter or about a half stack of the wax, quarter stack of the drops, and an entire stack 1-for-1 ratio of the gold grains. I had expected as much. And then finally a level 10 bee, the valuable bee. It takes both of the level 9s that you got from this branch so far, and here's some stock for you to work with once again. Let's grab this princess to check the age. And 38 generations. Now I do remember this one taking forever. Now let's compare that just for morbid curiosity's sake. It's almost a purebred. That's kind of rare. Let's see here. Output's even the same. Neat. Alright, well I will put these in here once again for you to look at if you wish. And let's look at the typical purebred output. Once again, one drone is what you can expect from these. And there's a platinum comb, so it looks like a chance for one out of its life cycle. And they do have the short life, and with the slowest worker and a short life, it's very low yield unless you have them automatically cycling. But once again, you can get a stack of the platinum grains this time, a quarter stack of the honey drops, and about a half stack of the beeswax. Now, the bees in this branch do go on to make some of the nuclear branch, which I seem to have left out a linking book. So for those who have the previous version of this map, I do apologize. It will be in the second version after I finish doing the recording for the rest of the series. And I will fix that. I've been going through and finding a couple, not really a whole lot, but a couple little problems where I left out a book or I had an extra block somewhere that didn't need to be there. So I apologize to you once again for that, and I will have the Where's the sign? The nuclear branch linking book here. Let's go ahead and put the plate up. And you'll be able to jump over to the nuclear hub. That way, when you come from there to investigate this, you can go right back. Or, if you feel like looking around, you can always just step outside and try to find where the nuclear branch is. Let's see here. I wonder if I can find it real quick. I think it was... No, that's the aware bees. This is just me running around. Never mind me. There's the nuclear branch. But, yeah, that's going to be it for the precious branch of bees. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions or comments or suggestions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to respond. I hope that I was informative and answered all of your questions, but that isn't always necessarily going to be true. So feel free to ask. But if you do like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give me a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future content comes out. But this is where I'm going to have to go ahead and wrap up and fix this problem here. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.